Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ian, digital marketing consultant and agency owner. And in this video, I want to talk about attribution modeling. Now, if you have never heard of attribution modeling, it's one of the most important concepts and ideas to understand for marketing success. This concept is important because attribution modeling determines how you're reporting sales coming into your business. It's also important because each ads and analytics platform has its own attribution model that it's using to determine which marketing channels are giving you the best performance. So if you don't understand your attribution model, it's really going to hurt the performance of your business in the long run. If you stick around till the end of this video, I'll tell you about a free tool you can use to create your own attribution model for your business. So to understand what your attribution model is, you need to understand three main things about an attribution model. Attribution models are composed of the actions that they're tracking, the time window that they're tracking those actions in, and the credit system they're using to give different marketing channels credit for those actions. So first of all are the actions that an attribution model is tracking. The most common ones that you're probably familiar with are click tracking and view tracking. Click and view actions would be if someone clicked on an ad that you're running on one of your marketing channels, or they viewed an ad that you're running on one of your marketing channels. Now, this is just one example of the actions that can be tracked as part of an attribution model. There's a bunch of different ones, but this is one that almost every business is going to be using at some point if they're running ads on platforms like Facebook's advertising platform or Google Ads platform or any of the other ad platforms you can be using online. Click and view tracking. The second part of an attribution model is the window that you're tracking those actions in. So whatever actions that you're tracking for your users online, there's going to be a certain window where those events are going to be recorded as part of what led to a sale. So for example, in a 7-day click, 1-day view attribution window, which is very common, this type of attribution window is going to give credit to an action like a click or a view in that 7-day period and 1-day period. So for this example, 7-day click, 1-day view, if someone clicks on one of your ads in the last 7 days, or they view one of your ads in the last 24 hours, it's going to give credit to that ad for a sale the user makes within that time period. Once they leave that window, even if they took that action, meaning a click or a view, the system's no longer going to give credit to that ad for a sale that it leads to. So in this way, you can start to customize what window you're using for which different actions that you're tracking for your users online. So that's the second part of an attribution model. Now, the third part of an attribution model is the credit system. The credit system is the way that different channels that took a part in the sale are given credit for that sale. So for a really basic example, let's say that someone views one of your ads on Facebook and clicks through on that ad. They visit your website, they leave your website. At a later date, they see a Google ad for your business. They click on that, they come through and they make a purchase. So when you're trying to determine this attribution model, a question you need to ask yourself is, how are those different actions the user took, clicking on both of those platforms' ads, being given credit for a sale? So in this example, where they clicked on a Facebook ad, left, clicked on a Google ad, and then purchased, if we were using an attribution model that only gave credit to the last ad that someone viewed, something like a last click attribution system, it would say that that conversion took place because of the Google ad, and the Facebook ad that initially led to the person's interest in your company would be given no credit for the sale. Now, on the other hand, if you were using something like a first click attribution model, that first ad that the person saw, in this example being the Facebook ad, would be given all of the credit for the sale. So you can see in this way how, in this very simple example, the attribution model that you're using can completely change the results that are being reported to you by your analytics and ads tracking platform. And right off the bat, it's important to understand this because out of the box, platforms like Facebook and Google Ads report attribution in a completely different way. And to make matters even more complicated, other common platforms like Google Analytics report attribution in a way that differs from both the Google Ads platform and the Facebook Ads platform. So for most businesses that are running a very simple advertising system online, just using those three platforms, Google Analytics, Facebook Ads, and Google Ads platforms, they're actually going to be using three completely different attribution models. Now, saying completely different, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. There are some similarities in how they're tracking, meaning most of them are using, relying primarily on last click attribution, meaning that the last ad that they clicked is going to get most of the credit. But you have to understand that there's completely different systems. A lot of businesses do use first click, and other businesses use things like a time decay attribution model or even a data-driven attribution model. Now, without getting too much into the weeds and going off on a rant about all the different types of attribution attribution models because that would be a multi-hour video. I'll just give you an example of those two that I mentioned. So a time decay attribution model would mean that for every action the user takes that's tracked on a different channel, say they click on a Facebook ad and then they click on a Google ad, those ads are going to be given a lesser degree of importance as attributing to a sale as time goes on. So meaning that first ad that they clicked on is going to be given less credit than the last ad that they clicked on because that last ad that they clicked on was closer to the sale. And you can see how the way this attribution model works is given away in the name. It's a time decay attribution model, meaning as time goes on, less and less credit is given to any one marketing channel that participated in those pre-sale activities that users were taking online. The last example I'm going to use would be a data-driven attribution model. And all that means is that there's a platform that has an algorithm or a series of algorithms it's using to compile all the data it has on users to assign credit to the various marketing channels you're using based on pre-existing data in the platform that gives that data-driven attribution model a way that it's modeling user behavior online prior to a sale. So as you can see, this whole problem of attribution is very complicated. It's complex. There's no perfect solution. The important thing to keep in mind is that you should have a basic understanding of which actions your attribution model is tracking, the time windows it's tracking those actions in, and then the credit system it's using to assign conversions to different marketing channels. If you don't have a basic awareness of those three things for all the different advertising and analytics platforms you're using, the reporting that you're getting from those platforms is not going to be very useful. In fact, the reporting could be giving you data that's leading you in the wrong direction instead of allowing you to understand which marketing channels are most important, most productive, and the marketing channels that you should be investing most of your money in. Okay, so at this point, we've talked about the three main components of an attribution model, why an attribution model is important for your business, and how you can start to gain a better awareness of the attribution model you're currently using for your reporting. Now, at the beginning of the video, I talked about one free platform you could use to start to build your own custom attribution model. That free platform is what's known as Facebook's attribution tool. Now, if you've been on Facebook ads or you've even been on their separate Facebook analytics platform, this is separate from both of those platforms. This is not going to be a part of Facebook's ads or their analytics platform. This is a separate platform called Facebook's attribution tool. I highly suggest you look at it, go and check out some of the documentation Facebook has on how it works. What I will say is that it's very quick to set up. All you need is a Facebook ad account, Facebook Pixel, and a Facebook Business Manager. You can link those up with your Facebook attribution tool, and Facebook even has built-in integrations for platforms like Google Ads, many of the other ads, popular ads and analytics platforms that are out there, so that it can pull all that data in and start to build a model of how your users are converting online and what channels users are exposed to prior to that sale. It allows you to filter through on different windows, credit systems, and actions to track and see how those different attribution models affect the way that conversions are reported for your business. So that's great to get started with. I highly suggest you go and check out Facebook's attribution tool. Finally, if you guys are interested in watching more videos on data-driven marketing, paid acquisition, and analytics, I suggest you subscribe so you're notified every time that we come out with a new video. If you haven't already, make sure to comment below and hit the like button for this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see, or if there's any questions you have about attribution modeling that I can answer in a follow-on video. So thanks for watching and have a great day.